6:46, and it is Monday, just getting things started here. You know, the World Health Organization coming out with a new report. In high-income countries like our own, almost half of all 12 to 35-year-olds listen to unsafe levels of music through their personal audio devices or cell phones, and that could be some serious trouble for us. Penny Secrest is with Phonak. It's phonak.com, Phonak. Penny, great to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
great to be here.
How'd you get involved with Phonak?
I've been involved with the hearing industry for quite a few years, since '92. My family has a lot of hearing loss, so I had a high interest in this area, and I know how badly having hearing loss can affect people.
Now, why does your family have such an issue with hearing loss?
It's hereditary in my family. That's the main cause. There is some noise exposure, but mainly it's hereditary.
Gotcha. How about you? How's your hearing?
On the surface, it's fine, but there's a more in-depth test that I just had done that shows it's coming.
It's good.
So,
it's just gonna,
I'm next.
And then at some point you can't hear at all? Is that what happens?
No, usually things might sound muffled, or my situation right now is in noise I don't understand well. It's not that I don't hear, I don't understand. So the type of hearing loss I have isn't showing up with normal tests. But being in the industry, I thought, I'm going to have this other test done. And it says it's coming. Yeah, so it's coming.
Now, the report, I mean, I remember back when the Walkman came out, when I was younger, and people were already talking about how, you're going to damage your hearing with these headphones you're using. First of all, how much damage do people really cause with the headphones nowadays?
Well, it's very severe. It's actually getting more and more studied because of especially with the children, how many kids are being affected by hearing loss. Children are one of the fastest growing groups with hearing loss right now, and the majority of it is due to the earbuds and the music.
By hearing loss, I mean, what is it, something that recovers once they stop using the headphones? Or?
No, most hearing loss, once it occurs, is permanent. You might have a temporary shift if you're exposed to real loud noise, and you may not be able to hear very well. You might have ringing in your ear for a little while, but then you feel like it comes back. But the problem is it's cumulative. So each time it's damaged, it gets worse.
And what are you actually doing physically to your ears when you're damaging them with noise?
Inside your ear is your cochlea. It looks like a snail, and there's millions of little hairs in there, little hair cells. And what's happening is those little hair cells are getting broken and damaged. Those little hair cells move according to the vibrations, and once those are damaged, they cannot come back.
Well, just the noise damages them?
Yes.
Okay. What, are they just wiggling around too fast or something, or too aggressively? Or?
Well, think about it when you pop water. You can make quite a loud noise there, and that vibration goes throughout whatever you have that water in. Same thing happens inside the ear. And so think of it maybe like the reeds along the shore. If you pop it too hard, they're going to get broken. Yes. And that's basically what happens. Those little hair cells get damaged.
They actually break off and that kind of thing. And and how do you, because it seems like we don't ever really know exactly what level is damaging, right? It's never made clear. How do you know when you're there?
Well, anything that is above, if somebody's having to shout to hear or talk very loud to hear, it's too loud. And some damage takes longer to occur. The louder it is, like a shotgun can damage your hearing immediately, cause permanent hearing loss, which we're seeing with a lot of the guys coming back from the war. Permanent hearing loss with one or two blast of a cannon.
One loud blast. Okay, but so what if you do go out, hear loud music, have some ringing? Have you now permanently done damage, or are you going to recover from that?
Everybody's a little bit different. Some people have the ability to recover more so than others. But the problem is, like I said, it's cumulative. So if you keep doing that over and over, eventually for the majority of people, it will cause permanent hearing loss.
And what do? You said you've got a hereditary issue that's going to lead to hearing loss. Is there anything you can do to slow that down?
Not what I have. Some people in my family, because it's what we call a conductive loss, which basically says the mechanics are damaged versus the hair cells, that can sometimes be fixed with surgery. But the type of hearing loss I have, no, it will be where I will be wearing a hearing instrument.
I gotcha. And Phonak, what is that? Did you guys sell these hearing instruments?
Yes, Phonak is the largest manufacturer in the world, actually, and really advanced technology. The technology today is much more sophisticated than any desktop computer out there or laptop. The technology today is just absolutely phenomenal.
So
it's unbelievable what the technology does.
Okay, to the point that you don't have any real worries about being able to hear things the rest of your life?
Well, you never say never. So remember, any technology is not as good as the natural, normal hearing. That's impossible. However, we're helping people who've never been able to hear well at all before really be able to enjoy their lives and participate. That's the biggest issue with hearing. You lose relationships when you can't hear and communicate, and that's the biggest concern with hearing.
You just can't hear what people are saying. I guess you'd have to learn to read lips on some level or something like that.
If it's that bad, then typically people be doing sign language. But we're talking about people who basically can't hear anything at all before you get to that level. Most people can be substantially helped with the technology that's available today.
It's Penny Secrest, Phonak.com. That's Phonak.com. And that new study out of the World Health Organization, about half of all the 12 to 35-year-olds listen to unsafe levels of music. That's pretty young. And what, do you think kids even younger than 12 are already damaging their ears?
Kids still in school, 19 and under, there's about 5.5 million children in the U.S. today that have hearing loss.
5.5, okay. And do they know it usually when they're that young? Or
usually not. These children, most of them, it's not being discovered till they're about 12 years old, even though the study said about 1.4 million of those children are 10 and under that have hearing loss.
Wow.
A rule of thumb is if you can hear the music coming out of your child's earbuds, it's too loud.
Too loud. Turn it down. Penny Secrest, thanks.
Thank you.